What's up, I'm Troubleshoot, I'm here in Schedule 1's beta. Let's quickly check out the brand new features before they're released in the public build in just a few days. Starting off at the very top, there are two brand new locations. First of all, next to Ray's Realty, you'll find Bleuball Boutique now is open. Inside of here on the map, you'll find Herbert over here who's willing to sell you some brand new items. So, looking for things to purchase, there's brand new items such as wooden and metal signs which you can write things on, wall-mounted racks, safe, multiple lighting bits such as the antique wall and modern wall lamp. We've got a clock, we've got a few bottles of drink, silver and gold watches, as well as gold chains which are brand new items for your outfit, a solid gold bar, a couple of different pieces of artwork, and that's that. Let's have a look at what these things actually look like in your home. Starting off at the very top, let's have a look at these signs. The wooden sign is pretty small. You can write a message, so hey there, bam, just like that. You've labeled this section of the room, making it easier for you and your friends to find your way around and things like that. You can label shelves like input, output, and things like that by placing signs above or below them, such as this metal sign over here. I'll call this, say, output. Just like that, in the future when we come back here, I'll remember that this shelf is the output shelf. Then we've also got this wall-mounted shelf, which has 4 separate slots to place items inside. Once you place items in here, you'll see the model appears physically in the world here, similar to these shelves over here, except now it's mounted on the wall. And of course, if you wish, you could place multiple of these spanning up and down or across your wall, as many as you like. Speaking of wall-mounted fixtures, we've also got the brand new antique wall lamp and the brand new modern wall lamp. If we walk up and press E to activate them, they give quite a bit of light in the area. The modern wall lamps especially so. The light from these seems to add together pretty well, so if you place lots of these on the wall, you're definitely going to have a ton of light in your home. Then the final item from the first line is this 2x2 safe, which inside of it has 8 separate slots. This, I would think, has something to do with multiplayer where other players can't access your items and things like that, but that's yet to be seen on its full release. The next few items we have are the Grandfather Clock, Old Man Jimmy's, Chateau La Pipi, Brut Le Goop, and a silver and gold watch. This Grandfather Clock should chime it. You'll see the time progresses physically on the clock. Right now it's 5 o'clock, but we can also check this from our mobile phone at the very top. Pretty cool. The same can't be said about the watch, which if we tab and head across to character at the very top, we can equip, and once it's on you, unfortunately there's no way to actually check the time. The icon next to it is to just suggest that's a slot that it goes into. If we see ourselves in third person, you might not be able to see it here, but other players should be able to see it on you, especially if you're not wearing a jacket with long arms. There you go, we can see it on my arm over here. Having a closer look, that's what it looks like. The same goes for the silver watch over here, just a bit less visible. Then we've got these 3 booze bottles, Old Man Jimmy's, wine, and champagne. None of these are drinkable, so for now you can just add them to a shelf and display them there. The following line includes silver and gold chains, which if we purchase and have a look at, yet again are equipped on the character tab, this time in this necklace slot over here. And you can see they appear on your character as such. Take off my jacket, there you go, pretty blingy. The gold and the silver one both look pretty good, though the silver one is just a bit washed out in the bright light and hidden away by a white t-shirt. Anyways, on top of this we have access to a gold bar as well as 6 brand new pieces of artwork for which we can only purchase 1 of each. They're pretty expensive. This gold bar, I assume, is just meant to be kept safe inside of a safe, and that's pretty much all that we can do with it at this current point, though I'll keep it on my person as you'll see its use in the very next brand new building. Having a look at these different pieces of artwork, they're pretty big, of course, to be stuck on your wall. Here's the first one, then the second, how beautiful, the third, 4th, 5th, and 6th piece of artwork. That's all of the brand new items inside of the Bleuball Boutique, sold to us by Herbert. Let's have a look at the next brand new building that was just added that we can head inside and trade things. This next one is located all the way back in the starting area, right next to the warehouse over here, the pawn shop, which now gives you access. So, entering it, we can now speak to Mick, who allows us to insert items for which we can start bartering from a certain amount to a certain amount. If I click start here, he'll give me a price, then we can lower or raise the price to counteroffer. We can either accept it or ask for some more. So let's ask for, say, 12,000. He'll probably say that's too much. 9,000 he's happy with. We can either stick with it or get his temper to be a bit higher. If we accept it, he pays us in cash, and if we keep bartering it just a bit too high, his temper, which consistently stays up, will raise until eventually he gets unhappy with you and takes his anger out on you. So yeah, there's not too much else that we can see inside of here besides the clock in action, another vending machine, and ATM right here. So yeah, that's that. These are the two major brand new additions. But yeah, besides these two major changes, unfortunately, there's only a few other bug fixes that were made, so nothing else has been added just yet. But anyways, hopefully you found this video useful, if not interesting. Thank you all for watching. Mine's been Troubleshoot, and I'll see you all next time. Ciao.